Oh, what's going on, YouTube? Well, I got this timing chain in, timing gear, or cam gear. Got my lower sprocket put in, and I'm just gonna make a video on just basically show you what the old ones actually look like, really. So that way I've already got them out. But before I timed, well, when I put this thing at top dead center compression stroke, I was at 12 o'clock there, but the old cam had an arrow, which was actually 12 o'clock and a little past to the left up top. So I guess probably by looking at that, probably been a tooth off, maybe a little more. But I took anyway, I took the guide out down there. I took the cam off, pulled the chain off, put the cam back on, and rotated it till it was down at the 6 o'clock position. So I had to keep messing with it a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. It's actually pretty easy. It's all pretty much self-explanatory, really, on these motors and V8s. I mean, this all applies to these and the V8s, so it's all set up pretty well the same. So anyway, got everything cleaned off there. Actually just got through raining. It's been raining off and on, so I'm trying to do what I can to get everything done, what I can get done. Anyways, y'all can see this. That's how bad these were. This is actually the cam gear. So a lot of the teeth are actually pretty well rounded off for the most part. And then the sprocket at the bottom, pretty wore out. So glad those got done. Now, as far as the chain, it's actually pretty well stretched compared to the other one. But I mean, it had a lot of slop in it, which the other video I think that I made has that, which is actually the part of the update of the timing chain. So, but yeah, just kind of making a video to kind of show y'all what's going on here. Like I said, I wasn't going to do a whole video on how to replace this timing chain or anything like that, because there's another person on YouTube that shows exactly step by step on how to do everything. So I got a few little ideas off of him when he put the little sprocket in the oven. I mean, that saved me from having to go and buy a damn installer for the little sprocket. So I just put the oven to 350 and let it sit in there for a while, come back out and put it on. Didn't have no problems. So now it's all tight like it's supposed to. I mean, it had a little, you know, like probably about an eighth of an inch play earlier, but I did kind of turn it just a little, so the slack did tighten up like it's supposed to. So the next part that I got to get around to do, I'll pull the distributor. My distributor is facing towards my steering wheel, driver's side steering wheel. So I got to pull the distributor out, pick it up, turn it around, and face it to number 1 cylinder. And once I get that done, then the oil pan down here is going to be the next thing to be dropped and get the gasket fixed, which I've got that. I've got oil, so that's going to be the next thing to do after I get all this closed up. So I'm going to try to get most of it closed up today. Won't get it running today, but hopefully get it running sometime this week. So But that is what is going on. It's been a kind of an off and on situation though. It's been raining a lot, so. But she looks a lot better. Definitely looks better. Like I said, I don't see how in the world that these were replaced 10,000 miles ago. The chain I can believe. But the sprockets, the way the life expectancy of the sprockets, I can't really believe that the mechanic replaced these here. So I'm thinking that he probably seen them and seen that they weren't too bad, and he just went ahead and reused them. He looks like he might have reused the guide and just replaced the chain. This here is actually hard as a damn rock. I mean, there's no give. The other one that I've got over here, the new one, is actually got a little bit of play to it, like rubber. So got a little give to it. So I just don't believe how this has got 10,000 miles. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. These are probably the original sprockets to the car. So who knows. Anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. Like I say, I'm gonna get this finished up. I'm letting this actually dry really good out here. Got it all cleaned up. And what I want to do is I want to take some of that copper spray for head gaskets. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spray the paper gasket, so that way I can put it back on the motor. Now, as far as the water pump gasket, it's paper too, but I'm not going to use the paper for the water pump. I'm going to use the gasket that actually came with my water pump, and it's actually more of a rubbery style paper type gasket. And well, here it is. So it's more of a thicker, rubbery kind of type papery type gasket. So that's what's going to be used. I'm not going to use the actual Fel-Pro blue paper gasket. So anyway, that's going to be it. Alright, see y'all later.